Hello everyone. Previously, we had discussed about using this in the callbacks. We also saw the examples as well, right? Explicit this in a function and also binding the this keyword manually. So these two examples we saw. Today we'll be dealing with we will be discussing on the topic advanced type narrowing. So this is going to be the last topic in this playlist, right? So we have discussed around 50 topics in the TypeScript, this one concepts playlist. So this is going to be the last topic in this playlist basically. Next, I'm thinking of discussing on the system design concepts, right? Initially, let's go with the oops concepts in the basically I'll be making use of the JavaScript itself. Let's go with the oops and solid principles. Then let's go with the different design patterns we have already discussed. So while discussing about the JavaScript concept, so we have already discussed about some of the design patterns, right? Whether it may be this one observer, factory, singleton, this one we have already discussed, and we will discuss about the same thing in detail. So first we'll be going with the oops and solid principles in one playlist. Next we'll be going with the this one design patterns, and then we will solve some random problems, right? LLD problems. So we'll be solving some LLD design problems basically. So that LLD basically involves us to write the code, right? So we'll be solving some LLD problems basically. Repeatedly asked questions in the interviews. Those problems we'll be solving. So that's what I'm thinking of. So I'll not be going with the HLD. So let's go with the LLD problems, right? So that is what I am thinking of. I'll not be going with any fancy animations and this one fancy things. So let's try to just implement the same thing with the this one code. So initially, as I've said, we'll be going with the oops and solid principles, then the design patterns, and then let's solve some repeatedly asked this one LLD problem. So that's what we'll be doing. So now this is the last topic, nothing but advanced type narrowing in the TypeScript playlist. I mean in this playlist basically. So what is type narrowing basically? Type narrowing refines a union or union type to a more specific type using the control flow. Again, I'm telling this is important. Type narrowing refines a union or union type to a more specific type using the control flow. So let's see the same thing. Let's try to implement the same thing with the example. Initially, let's go with narrowing with type of, and the second one will go with narrowing with in operator, right? So let's go with the first example, nothing but narrowing with type of. So I'll just come here. Let me quickly create a function. So here, let me give here process value. So let me pass the value here. I'll just this value which we have passed as a parameter, this will be of the type string. Let's make use of the union operator or number. So if here type of this one, if this is of the type string, then what we will do, we will quickly come here and log this one to upper case. So we are just converting this to the uppercase, right? So value to the uppercase. So whatever value we will give in the form of string or the number, we are considering this to the uppercase if you have given this one in the string. So this is nothing but the string specific method to uppercase built-in function. We know this one, right? Else I'll just come here. Let me log. Else it will be number. We have given either string or a number here. You can clearly see. Else it will be a number. So I'll just give here. Let me pass value into 2 here. This is number specific operation. What we are performing here. This is string specific operation. We know that here, right? So hope this is clear. I'll just come out of this function. Let me quickly call the function. Process value is what I have considered the function name. So here process value of within the strings. I'll just give here Bharadwaj, and again let me call the function process value, and let me pass the number, some random number. I'll just give here 20 1. So the output that we need to get here is Bharadwaj, and we have given here for the number value into 2, nothing but 21 into 2, we have to get 42, right? So let me try to run the code here. So the output that we are getting here is Bharadwaj, which we have the value that we are passing here is string, basically Bharadwaj, and we are converting the value to the uppercase. So we are getting every letter in the this one capital letter Bharadwaj, which is absolutely correct. And here, if it is a number, we have set this one to the value into 2, nothing but 21 into 2, 42 we are getting, which is absolutely correct. So I'll quickly explain whatever I have written here. Type of here, whatever I have made use of here, we are making use of the type of here. You can clearly see in the line number 2, right? This one narrows the union to either string or a number. Here you can clearly see we have already given by making use of the union operator. We have set this one to the string or a number. So type of what it does here is it narrows the union to either string or a number. Finally, we are logging type specific, we are getting the type specific results based on what input we give here, right? So Bharadwaj, so this one here 42, which is absolutely correct. I hope the concept of this one narrowing with the type of is completely clear. Next, let's move to the next example, nothing but narrowing with in operator, the last one. So I'll just quickly erase this one. So I'll just come here, let me consider type cat within this one. I'll just give meow. So let me pass the function here. Let me set this one to the void, and I'll just consider one more type. So this will be type dog here. Let me consider bark here. Again, let's make use of the arrow operator. Let's set this one to the void as well. So this is fine. After this, let me quickly create function here. Function name something. I'll just give here make sound. This one animal, let me pass animal as the parameter. Let's set this one to either cat or union operator. Let's make use of the union operator, cat or dog. Within this function, let me quickly write one condition, meow this one in animal, and I'll just give here animal dot meow. So here this one is narrowed to the cat. You can clearly see here meow. This one is basically narrowed to the cat, animal dot meow. So else we have the dog as well, right, along with the cat. So what I'll do, I'll just come here quickly. I'll just give here animal dot bark. So this one is narrowed to the dog. We know that, right? So here you can clearly see this one is narrowed to the dog, and this one is narrowed to the type cat, basically. So I'll just come out of this one, this function. Let me quickly call the function here, make sound. So within this one, what I'll do, I'll just give here meow. This one, let's make use of the arrow function. Let me quickly log here. What shall I log? I'll just log meow itself with the capital M. So this is fine. The output, if the same thing I'll do here. Let me do one thing here. Let me copy the same thing here. So instead of the make sound here, I'll make sound will be make sound itself. Instead of meow, I'll just make this one bark. Here also, let me change this one to bark here. This is fine. Or let me make this one to something. Oof. This is fine. Let me run the code. I have to get the output meow and oof, right? So yeah, we are getting the output meow and oof, which is absolutely correct. So I'll just explain whatever I have done here. In operator, whatever we are using here within this condition, right? If condition, we are making use of the in operator. So in operator narrows the type based on the property presence. Here you can clearly see this one animal dot meow. So this is narrowed to the cat. So this is basically we know this is narrowed to the cat and this is narrowed to the dog, right? So again I'm telling in operator, whatever we are making use of in here within the if condition, this narrows the type based on the property presence. And finally we are getting the we are getting the log we are logging the respective animal sound, or console log, it logs the respective animal sound. Sorry. Yeah, this logs the respective animal sound. While I try to run the code, we are getting the output meow and oof, which is absolutely correct. So I hope the concept of narrowing with in and narrowing with type of is absolutely clear. So I hope the concept of advanced type narrowing is completely clear. As I've said, this was the last topic in this playlist, right? So next, let's go with the system design things. So initially, as I've said, let's discuss on the oops and solid principles. Then let's discuss on the different design patterns, and then let's discuss on this one, solving the problems, basically solving LLD problems, right? So this is what I'm thinking of for now. This is it. Thanks for watching, guys.